my love for Brussels is you could say is very much there, but it's also very much tainted by my disappointment. We've been here for a few years, and it's very difficult to get to work in Brussels. We had more chances in Flanders, actually opening our first buildings there. But I think things are getting better.
Can you tell something more about the house? The project?
Yeah, it's particular because it's on the edge of the city, so it's quite it's like almost like a nature and urban house at the same time. On one side it has a street, on the other side it has a big land and a big hills and a landscape. And so the house itself is actually sort of like snaking a continuous space that sort of curls onto itself or meander onto itself and goes down the landscape, and as it does that it sort of goes around the trees as well, so it's sort of like find its way in the landscape. So it's very much in kind of osmosis with the nature.
Isn't that a really big ecological footprint
For the house?
Yes.
No, it's actually it's almost a passive house. We are still flirting with that issue. Because we don't have to do it yet, so like and the client didn't really ask for it to be passive. Of course, the law is going to change soon, so maybe it would be good. But I mean, like I also explained in the lecture, this whole thing about being sustainable and about let's say the passive standards. I think I would like to be a little critical about it. What we're doing here is a house that is almost there, but is in fact having all the benefits of the type of architecture that we believe is really great to make today. The problem with norms or like rules is that for something that is quite young as a profession, let's say, to impose too many things is basically also stopping progress. So I mean, I believe that we of course should do things that are sustainable. Low carbon footprint, but we should also keep on reflecting on that issue in order to like keep it moving ahead. I mean, we can't really stop now and just if we had stopped at the Leeds rules, which everybody is praising, well, the Leeds rules have been overcome like by other rules, and and it's actually by combining different types of current parameters that we make a better, more sustainable architecture.
But you're not in favor of the rule of obliging the passive norm in Brussels?
I mean, I think it has a lot of limitations, and we'll see if. I think it's a big price to pay for the building sector to end up with something that is completely frozen. And I mean, I of course, I'm myself new to the issue, so I mean, we're learning the limitations of it and the possibilities of it. And if we can find somewhere there an architecture that we can value, then I have nothing against it. But like a lot of things that I've seen and heard are very reductive.